I don't know if I'm making a mistake.
That's dripping. Leaking too, what?
But most DIYers don't touch the world of water filtration.
I'm sorry.
But I really want to move in here to the home I've been building for the last 3.5 years. And we need some solid drinking water, just running water in general. I am so excited. I picked up my filtration systems. First one to unbox is the sediment filter. Ooh, that's huge. Next up, the UV filter. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Oh my gosh. Where in the heck am I gonna put all of this? Oh, whoa. This is massive. Where the heck am I gonna put everything? This is the wall that I'm working with. I think mistakes were made. I might need multiple walls. What do I do right now? How am I? Oh God, the hot water tank needs to stay here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This thing is so beyond heavy. I can't get it up the lip. Oh my God, I'm sweating. God, that's heavy. Like it can go here, right? There's no instruction manual in how to install it. This is a service manual. And when I was chatting with my friend, the incredible person who sold me everything, I was like, is there an instruction manual? And he was like, no. People who buy this stuff know how to install it. And if a professional needs a manual to install it, they shouldn't be installing it. And this is why most companies aren't going to work with DIYers for this, because it's complex. And I am so confused. I'll get there. This just might take me a few days of research. Hi, so I'm officially back. I've actually taken weeks off of this project, trying to figure out how I want to lay things out, what I want to do, what parts I needed to order. I have all the parts ordered now. And before I get started, I need to get my hose spigot installed. And so the reason for this is before I cut any water access off, I want to have this ready to go so that when everything's hooked up, we can still use the water to the trailer. Because for the last 2 years, we've been rolling out the poly tube directly from the well to fill up the water for our trailer, and it's worked just fine. And as soon as everything's hooked up, we're gonna need a regular hose to the trailer, which is gonna be so much easier. And this whole thing is the biggest step to being able to move in here. Oh, good, we're golden, yay. Good morning. So now that that is done, I can start working on the filtration system. I'm so nervous, but I've been researching so much the last few weeks. I have incredible plumbing connections that I'm so grateful for, and I spend a lot of time ordering parts, and I'm hopeful that the time I spent making sure I got the right parts will make today really easy. The first thing I'm gonna do is put all my fittings together. So this is what Ryan did when he hooked up this whole system. When you take a look at this system, it is so complex. The very first thing he did was hook up this to this to this. Okay, that's done, times 3. Then hook up this to this to this, if that's 3 parts, this to this. He hooked everything up fitting wise before he put it all together. That's my plan. I think that's the best way forward to make sure I have everything I need, especially before I cut my poly tube and hook up the water to the system. I'm realizing I don't have the right things. This is 1.5 inches. Oh shoot. Did I pick up the wrong order? Why does it say 1.25 inches when it measures 1.5 inches? On inside to inside, it measures 1.5 inches. What is happening? Oh, I almost did it. Be right back. I'm back. I made it with all of the proper parts. It's so funny because when you go to measure something, you're like, okay, 1.25 inches. But if you're measuring the female thread, you're not gonna get an accurate measurement. You have to measure the inside of the male thread. And so now I know. You'll learn something new, even if it takes an extra trip into town and some wasted gas money. But hey, easy peasy. The first thing I'm gonna start with is my polytube to shut off valve to reducer to 3/4 inch pecs. Actually, I think I got a different fitting for this with an elbow. For this project, I'm using both stainless steel and brass fittings. Supposedly, they're both okay to use together, especially with the orange Teflon tape. Wrapping the Teflon tape clockwise when the fitting is facing you. Fittings are so much bigger. You don't want to over tighten because you can crack this fitting. I'm getting there. The only thing I'm having a hard time with is this fitting. It's got some like really sharp edges and it started peeling at the plastic here. Trying to figure out how to make this work. No. I'm really hoping I didn't irreversibly damage this. I don't know what to do. Absolute garbage fitting. I'm gonna see if Cam can pick one up anywhere. On to the last one. My well tee. We've got a drainage port, my pressure switch, and a pressure gauge. Now it's time to install everything. So this guy is for the backwash for this system because there's like a black sediment that comes out of this unit and you need to do a decent backwash before you can let it run through your sinks and your system and stuff like that. There we go. Got the fitting for the UV system and the reducer and fitting for the sediment. And I just have to make sure I don't over tighten because this is a stainless steel fitting going into plastic. So you don't want to crack the female plastic fitting. The same thing can happen with any fitting, you just don't want to over tighten it. Okay, this one's ready to get mounted. We've got the hot water tank fittings. Next up is the well tee or the pressure tank tee. Ooh, this is silicone lubricant for the O-ring that's on here. And this replaces the need for Teflon on these fittings. In order to move in here, I absolutely need water going. Shower probably needs to get finished. There's a big to-do list. But Brooklyn Bedding has pulled through for me because we also need mattresses and bedding. It ships right to your door. No need to go to a store, and you get to watch it come to life. Thank you to Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring this week's video and sending us this cozy, cooling Aurora Luxe bed. What's great about Brooklyn Bedding is that they know mattresses are not one size fits all. Some people need cooling, some people need softer beds, some people need firmer beds. Oh, and it has handles on the side to be able to move it. It's actually so cool. Good night, guys. Just kidding. I gotta do the ad. They have something for everyone, and what sets them apart is they own their own manufacturing. This is a really big deal because when you own the manufacturing, you can keep your prices lower. You're in control of the quality, of course, backed by third-party testing and in-house testing. I took the awesome onboarding quiz to figure out what mattress was going to be right, and finding a cooling bed as an option was incredible. But what was so cool about it is it showed me the Aurora Luxe bed, and it said for firm sleepers. And I was like, oh shoot, we like a softer bed. And then I looked and they had a soft top option. So that's what we got. And that's why it looks so cozy. That's because it is. And it's exactly what we needed. But they also have mattresses specifically for people who like firm beds, for people who are plus size. They have mattresses specifically for kids. They have their Copper Flex, the most affordable option, and the Sedona Elite, the most luxurious option. It comes right to your home, free shipping, and there's a 120-night free trial. Brooklyn Bedding wants you to have the absolute best experience, so they're committed to making sure their mattress is right for you. Visit brooklynbedding.com/simplelivingwithbiata to get 30% off of your order using my code simplelivingwithbiata linked in the description below. And support my channel by mentioning me in the post-purchase survey. Time for everything to go in place, which means I have to mount a few. Wow, that's heavy. This guy's even heavier. I should probably make sure I have a room with that piece on the back. To buy myself room, I might have to take this guy out and install one of these. Then that would work. So nothing comes down from here. I have more than enough space to put this guy here. I mean, it's a little tight. We'll be okay. Then I can still get this thing in here to be able to unscrew it. Dang it. Time for the UV rack. This big unit can't fit on that wall. So I don't love this position, it sucks, but it's the only solution I can think of for this to be able to open, for it to be landing on two studs, for the filter to be able to be inserted, and for the freezer below it. Unfortunately, the freezer lid is going to hit this, which I don't love. And then I don't get to do my coat rack or the shelf. There's no other spot for it though. Everything's taken up. I just wanted something for like extra storage. Like we don't need our winter coats in the entryway in the summer. We need them out of the way, which was what this wall was supposed to be for. I may have figured this out. It might make things over here a little bit more tight, but I think it might be worth it to save some space. All I need is 7 inches of space for depth. Ah, okay. Do you see what I see? As long as I can get this like even up on an angle to be able to undo it, it's gonna be okay. And then I gain my storage back. Yay. Everything's just got a shove over. It's not going to fit in this spot where the only 2 studs are, so I have to move it to a place where there's no studs. What I will do though is drill a new hole into the stud once everything is in its proper place and I know for sure this is where it's going to go. I am so much happier with this. Even if maintenance is a little bit more difficult, I'd rather have to reach than have no storage. Now the chest freezer can fit here, a coat rack can fit here, and a shelf at least to here can fit. I could even bring the shelf all the way over and then leave a hole to replace the UV filter. I'm kidding. Or am I? That would be kind of cool. Anyways, I'm so happy with this and I will see you back here tomorrow. Time to get the pecs in. First, I got the replacement fittings and the elbow connectors for the back of my iron filter. Everything is in its place now. I'm gonna start plumbing it all together. I'm gonna go from my pressure tank to my, I guess, inlet where the poly tube goes to pecs. Gosh, this stuff is so tough. 3/4 is a little bit more difficult. Holy crap, this stuff is stiff. There we go. Oh, come on. I can't get into this very corner with my crimper, which sucks. But if I take a screw out and lean this on one screw, I'll be able to do it. Ah, it's still too tight. Oh, it's too tight, like the fitting is too tight. so this is where I've gotten to, and I ran out of crimps. And then the next stretch goes to the hot water tank, which I'm not going to put in place until I deal with my wiring. When I hooked all of this up, it was for temporary use. I didn't have a pressure tank yet.
We would just roll the poly tube out and fill up the trailer. Before, I had the wiring set up so that wire came from our main electrical panel, went to the control panel, and from the control panel went to the well, completely bypassing the pressure switch on the pressure tank. Now I'm just wiring it in a way that it includes the pressure switch. So it goes from the panel to the pressure switch to the control panel to the well. Pressure switch turns on when the pressure tank gets below 40 psi and will shut off when it gets above 60 psi. This way the well pump isn't constantly running because that would easily burn it out.
Okay, if this doesn't work, it's probably gonna ruin my night. All right, good night. See you tomorrow. I can't just go to bed. I think I figured it out. When I was looking things up earlier, it said that my black wires should go to line and my white wires should go to load. And I should have known better that the feed coming in, no matter the color, needs to go to line, and the feed going out needs to go to load. Whereas I have both blacks on line and both white wires on load. That's what causes short circuit. Both are hot wires, by the way. There's no neutrals because it's 240 volt. Fingers crossed this is gonna work. One more try before bedtime. I got it! Success! Good morning. So we know the wiring works for the pressure tank. We know that this pressure tank is going to get filled up. In theory, everything should work and flow to its locations.
I got my crimps, so I'm going to finish up plumbing the expansion tank for the hot water tank.
And I think I'm going to cut my poly tube because at this point, it's going to be easier to do it now before I get the hot water tank in. There we go. It's gone forever. I truly will never fill up the trailer with this again. What the heck? 2 years. Oh my goodness. Goodbye. I think I'm gonna bring it to here. It's gonna be a tight fit. Let's get the hot water tank in. Oh man, my shutoff valve is touching the hot water tank. Oh, I can move it over though. A little. A little bit. I don't need nearly as much PEX as I thought to finish this off. I have the very last one for the whole system. Fingers crossed I will never have to crimp anything again for this house because that means nothing has gone wrong. It's in such a tight spot. Oh no, can I even do it? How am I supposed to crimp this when the handle is in my way? Oh, that one's pretty bad. Just like it slipped down like a 16th. But like how else? I think this tool is gonna stay here forever. I hope that one doesn't fail.
And the last thing to hook up is the CPVC to the pressure release valve. When there is extra pressure, it releases and goes down this tube into the drain.
Before I turn the system on, which yes, I can do right now, I'm gonna do something that you guys have been begging for me to do and asking me weekly. I bought a magnet, a horseshoe magnet, so that I can get my pipe cutter out of the pipe. So let's just positive thoughts only. This has to work. Oh no, it's like it's stuck on another pipe. I don't think that's ever coming out. Genuinely, I do not think that's ever coming out. I don't see how else that could come out. I wonder if I take this piece off, if it's gonna work. Oh my gosh! I'm so happy. I thought that was gonna be stuck in there forever. Forgot to put my UV filter in. There we go. Was that it? All right. Look, you guys, I'm a water filtration installer now. I'm just kidding. I have no clue what I'm doing. I just want to share the honesty in this. I am stressed to the max about turning this system on. I'm only gonna fill up the pressure tank first to make sure I'm not putting really quick water into this guy. I'm gonna switch my shutoff valve at the bottom to open, because if this is closed, no water should be going in here. And I'm stressed, so I wanna make sure that I'm not gonna destroy this crazy expensive filter. Okay, the shutoff valve is open. We are off to the expansion tank. We're not filling up the hot water yet. Well pump turns on. Whoa. Whoa, that's filling fast. Okay. This guy's filling up. I can hear it. As long as water doesn't pour out of here, we're good. Holy crap. Is it going to shut off? Is it going to explode? Things like this don't explode, right? Okay, it shut off, whew, which means water didn't go into the sediment filter. So I'm gonna turn this back to off. That's a plane, right? That's gotta be a plane. Nothing's gonna explode. My well pump's not gonna get destroyed. Okay. Yep, helicopter. So we are off. The next, oh, I'm so scared. The next thing I'm going to do is slowly as possible, turn this shutoff valve to open. Not all the way, only like a quarter turn. That's going to slowly fill this guy up. It needs a slow fill up, because if it doesn't, all of like the sediment in here that's layered is just gonna go whoosh. So it needs to be a very slow fill up. Also, we have no leaks, right? No leaks? No leaks. The pipes are cold though. So cold. Okay. Woo! Sorry, that scared me. Woo! I'm actually going to turn the bleed on my next shutoff valve to release the air in this unit so that it keeps filling up. So I should have a stream of water coming out of it, no air bubbles until this guy is full. Wow, it's crazy how cold the water is, how cold these brass fittings got. Woohoo! We are full. That was a good spot. Now I'm going to plug in the unit and do the backwash. Oh, and this guy can be fully opened, I believe. Oh, it's still filling it up. Why is it still filling up if it came out of the bleed? This isn't going well. I've already found a leak, if not two. This spot is very slowly leaking.
That's dripping.
This side is leaking too. What is happening? Did I crack fittings? Like, what is happening? Maybe this is part of the process. Maybe I've got to tighten things a little. I think we're good, and I think I can plug it in and do the backwash now. Trying to tighten things up as I see them. Okay, we are on. Valve is open all the way. Oh, my like belly hurts. I'm stressing so much. There's so much unknowns. And then I hold this for 5 seconds. That scared me. I think the air is being released. It's getting dark now. No! Whoa, it's gotten so dark. Holy. Can't believe I just spilled this everywhere. Okay, hopefully that doesn't pop out again. Okay, it said backwash or BW, now it says AD. I can't tell if water's in here or not. I don't know what that means. I'm like having to look things up as I go. This has been quite the experience. So I'm feeling a little bit less stressed now that this system is running. I didn't screw it up. I don't think I'll be as stressed with the UV and the sediment filters. So, wow, this is crazy. Can you see how cold my water is? The water, from my research, as I'm watching my fittings leak that I tightened so tight that I put enough Teflon on. When I started researching why are my fittings leaking, supposedly really freezing cold water can contract and make the metal fittings slightly smaller. And I have very freezing cold water coming from my well. So the fact that everything is leaking, I think is quite normal. It's not leaking anywhere where there's crimps. It's literally just leaking where the brass to brass connections are. And so I'm just gonna go around and tighten them up as best as I can. This guy has 40 minutes left though. So once I tighten a few up, I'm gonna take a break. Minute and a half left. It's going crazy. We're done. again. So when I bought this, I didn't realize that there was gonna be a backwash ever. I thought it was a set it and forget it. And you can make it set it and forget it kind of thing, other than changing the filter here and there. But that being said, this guy backwashes like every 3 days to remove the iron. And I don't have a drain near it. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing this. That's crazy. But if I get maybe even that hose, I could bring it around and tuck it in right beside this guy. I think there's enough room for it, and just make it snug. Then I don't have to think about it ever again. Well, I mean, I'll think about it, but I don't have to like manually do this. The next step is to fill up the sediment filters here and the UV. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna fill it slowly. It doesn't need to be crazy slow, but I'm still gonna fill it slowly just in case there's a leak somewhere. And I have the bleed valve here to release the air as well. Here we go. I'm gonna let this steady stream for a little bit. I panicked and turned it the wrong way. I saw the water coming out the cup and was like, ah! You can still see there's sediment in here, but I mean, I think that's gonna be normal until the whole system clears. I don't think I need to program this one. I think I can just plug the light in. So now we're ready to turn the cold water on for the entire house. Oh God, that's scary. Oh, it's gonna fill up the whole house. Okay, I need to calm down. It's gonna fill up the house and go to the lines that are open. I should go open my kitchen. This is actually so scary because there's noises everywhere. All the pipes are filling up. I'm just gonna let it go slow because it's freaking me out. It's so loud. Okay, nothing's leaking. I'm gonna go open up the faucet. This is scary. Okay, it's filling up the filter underneath the sink. Everything's good. Everything's looking good. Mind blown. I did it, guys. I did it. I'm gonna go flush the toilet. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I didn't think I was gonna ugly cry. I'm so happy. We have cold water coming through all the pipes. And Cam is just buying me one more thing that I need before I fill up the hot water tank for us to have hot water here, which means showers, laundry, dishes, dishwasher. Since there's still a little bit of sediment, I'm gonna run it through my hose spigot. It should release. Always so shocking. Oh man, I'm so excited.
Do it! Yeah!
If I can get in here, which I can, I just gotta check the pressure of the bladder in the expansion tank before I can fill this guy up. 35. Oh, it's 50, right? Yeah, there, 50. Still, it's like white. I wonder if that'll settle. Oh, it's settling. Lots of air. It's coming out white, but it is settling. So I'm just gonna open up the hot water valve and then slowly turn these on. Then the air can purge from the sink and this can fill up and we can eat our dinner.
All the way out of bed.
Thank you. Bloop. This whole time I had the hose on, I forgot to turn this on. Oh gosh. Oops. That was a lot of pressure build up. There we go. Ooh, this line is getting cold. Water's flowing through it. It's still cold, but we gotta get the water through the lines before I can turn the hot water tank on. Get all the air out. It's time. Hot water tank. I guess we wait. I just went to double check the manual. There's always something. And I don't want this to be the focus of the video. Don't feel bad for me. I will figure it out. I am just currently super annoyed. Now that I'm reading this manual, this needs a completely different wire. A double pole 30 amp breaker, not a single pole 20 amp breaker. But this is a tomorrow problem, and we still get to celebrate today. The win that is getting water into our home. I also have a list of thank yous to those who helped bring this project to life, to Les and his amazing team who sold me everything and designed my system. Thank you for working with me and believing in me. One of my viewers, Derek, for answering so many of my questions and helping me make sure I had this right before I turned everything on. To the representative of Pinnacle, the AIOK iron filter, thank you so much for also believing in me and this whole project and build. This is a really incredible iron filter. Check it out for your home. Same with the Viqua Arros filtration systems, sediment filters, and UV filter. And now for the burning question. Big question has been for like the last year, when are you gonna move in? And it was my goal to move in September. It's late October now. You're seeing this early November. Personally, for me, as soon as I get hot water on, I would move in. But yay for rules that make no sense. Technically, to get occupancy, we need a little bit of siding around the sliding doors and around the front entrance. Even though everything behind it waterproofs the home, we need a bathroom door, a bathroom sink, a working shower, and I need to get the heat on. I need to deal with all of the wood storage. I want to know from you, would you move in? Like once hot water is on. I just have to be careful. You don't know what inspector is going to watch this. So you gotta play by the rules. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you back here next week. Let's get some more things checked off the list and get hot water. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you next week.